Hey everyone, it's me again. I made it to DLV Max with Infernoids. It was not easy because I can't win a coin flip to save my life, and the second I started counting my coin flips wins and losses, and when I went first and second, immediately I started going first way more often. So, there's that. I have a couple of more replays that I'd like to share with you because I think they're really interesting. Starting with this one. This here replay of a game that I played with noids. I think it was like the LV 17, 18. I don't know. Noids versus Galaxy. You know how this one ends. It went. It went. It went really well because I went first. So you know the what noids do. Going first against Galaxy. Vanishments such as Feast. Set Feast pass. That's all I did. Immediately in draw phase, Feast sending Vanishment to get Decatron, Petrulia and Armadic from deck, that's 2 DD Crows, and Decatron sending an Onku being a spell negate. So they immediately activate the skill, activate Shuffle Reborn. I decide to get rid of their Galaxy Eyes with Petrulia. Armadic, sorry, Armadic. They go for Galaxy Wizard, increasing their level. They go for Galaxy Expedition, at which point the Decatron Negate is going to go off. I did a good thing by sending on Nonku. I think it's the better scent against very specifically Galaxy. They go for Galaxy Cleric, which is a card I've never read. It sucks. Special, the second Petrulia, special inside Samas. It's lethal time. It's just, yeah, go for lethal. That was a really quick and easy game. But I hope it gives you a good idea of like how to play specifically against certain decks. Like the Void Feast combo you're going to see in 90% of Infernoid games, unless they bricked, which I did. But most of the time you'd send Deviati. This time I thought it was better to send Ononku, and I was right. So GLV 17. This one is against Hero? Or maybe Salaman Great with ties. I forgot. I saved so many of these replays, I can't even remember most of them. So, yeah, this is a good ad. My opponent is going first. Solid Soldier. Oh, I remember this one being really long. Oh, they do their basic hero combo. They opened Poly. I'm not sure what deck they were on. Solid Soldier and Blazeman in opening and Poly is very neat. Because that means they don't have to use the Blazeman effect to search for a polymerization, instead allowing them to send a Liquid Soldier, which is they are going to be able to make a second Sunrise, drawing 2, discarding another Liquid Soldier, setting 1. What was my play again? Child of the Light Brigade, getting Raiden, milling 2 Voids, so not really good mills here. Going for some more mills, banishing, go for an Onku. Ononku clear his entire board. Set Vanishment, it does nothing. I shouldn't have set it, the set was MST. I could have kept it and maybe used it in a later turn. But they pop it, so now I probably don't have access to Void Feast anymore. I think in this list I was not playing Void here, I was really like sticking to 20 cards. Oh, they conceded. But yeah, not the like greatest play that I made. Objectively, I think I'm not sure what could have done better, but Unanku was really needed to like clear his board, and but he still had a couple of things in hand, and yeah, no, it's not the greatest replay. GLV 19. Oh, it's against Galaxy Eyes. Of course, it's against Galaxy Eyes. Oh, I'm going second too. Oh, that's really fun. 9 win streak. Wow, that's incredible, man. You're so good with Galaxy. Okay, Raiden plus charge in opening hand, which is a thing that happens. Sure wonder what this Galaxy player is going to do. I've never seen this deck pop off before. What does it they do? Okay. Oh, it's Photon Lord pass. A great classic. No, wait, he set 1. So it's Photon Lord set 1 pass. Shadow of the Light Brigade milling all this. He chooses to charge now because it doesn't really matter. Gets me a Raiden. I don't really have any good normal summon, so it's Raiden time. at which point they're going to negate it. They send the Galaxy Knight, so they still have protection. Banish 3, go for Onunku. Onunku is going to clear nothing except itself, because he activates Books of Moon and flips my guy down. I attribute. And yeah, I'm not sure what I was going for here, because clearly the Onunku can't beat the Photon Lord. I guess I just wanted the negates, and I guess I did bake the Book of Moon, which was decent. Anyway, Decatron sending nothing because they're going to detach Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon in order to destroy it. I'm going to be able to armor deck the Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon. They have Galaxy Wizard, increasing its level. The last card in hand is Galaxy Expedition, which means they're going to be able to go into another Galaxy Ice Photon deck. At which point they're going to go for Cypher Dragon. After which they are going to be able to rank up into full armor Photon Dragon. And yeah, they get to pop. I get to Petrulia in response and banish Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon unless they have something they can kill me with. And decide to attack directly because they did not pay attention to the fact that I had Grit. If they had switched the Photon Lord to attack position and bothered to attack with it, I would have lost. The correct play, well, I had no real option in hand. But the correct play was keep the Vanishments and go for Onunku, attacking the Photon Lord to banish it, and then feast in the next turn in order to be able to continue my plays without being disrupted by Photon Lord. Which would have been probably better. I would have been able to access a monster negate with Deviati. So anyway, I just have an Onunku, so I can just clear his entire board. Oh wait, is it going to be able to search a card? Oh, Galaxy Zero. Okay, got it. It's going to be real useful for the next turn. That's never going to happen. I still have a normal, so I can go for Raiden. Raiden, Mill 2, and go for lethal. But yeah, I should have lost this game. This is one of these games that I should have lost. However, the reality of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is people are going to misplay a lot, and not capitalizing on these mistakes. That's your prerogative, but it's also something that you should also always strive to do. Like when you identify a mistake that your opponent has made, count on it and don't surrender anytime, because your opponent can fuck something up even if in the face of victory. So don't ever give up is my lesson. Okay, what's this one? It's against Gimmick Puppets, of course. I wouldn't normally show this game. So if I show it, there's maybe a really good reason why. I think the reason why is because they actually played this one pretty good. Oh yeah, I remember why I'm showcasing it. Void Fist in the draw phase. They're gonna destroy the other Void Fist. I don't care. MST is really bad against this deck going second. Infernoids, I mean. Is it really? MST doesn't do shit when you already use Void Fist in draw. I guess you could base MST, I don't really care. It's not like they're gonna MST anything else. Anyway, they go for the Gimmick Puppets Chimera Doll Xyz. That's a crucial point in the duel. At this moment, I could have lost. We'll see. So they activate Terra Baby Engrave. In response, I have to Decatron in order to prevent them from resolving the effect of Terra Baby, which says if this card is banned, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effect in response to the activation of your Gimmick Puppet monster effect this turn. What I should have done was, as soon as this hit the board, tribute one of these two in order to banish the Terra Baby so they wouldn't get this effect. Instead, I did not, and now I have to waste my monster negate on something that is ultimately rather inconsequential. Which is bad, because they can still extend with Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll's effect. Really good card for Gimmick Puppets. They get the Dreary Doll, they set one, they can't do anything else. Starting to... Wait, why didn't they attack? Oh, you cannot... They could have attacked. Huh. Anyway, I Petrulia, get rid of this. Arma to get rid of this. I Petulia to get rid of the X's block. I summoned Deviati. That was the wrong one to pop, but I could not have known. Because the other one was enemy controller, which just does nothing in this board state for me. So standing on Anku with the Decatron in order to be able to access it immediately. Banish 3 in order to get back the Onanku. Onanku is going to be able to destroy the whole board and become level 1 because that's really funny. So Onanku direct attack for 3000. It's probably a better way to make this turn happen, honestly. Dreary Doll is going to banish itself to banish the other. It's gonna do Dreary Doll things. You know how Dreary Doll works. Anyway, it's gonna make able to rank 8. Gimmick Puppet of Strings. My speech is very incoherent today. Activate the skill. Activate not the skill. Activate the effect. Jesus Christ, I'm not making any sense. Anyway, they have one set. And I have Mononku that will die in the next... when is it? End phase? Yeah. So I have to crash. I can't do anything else. I have to crash. They set Barrage Blast. Decide to tribute an Onku because it's gonna die anyway, so why bother? Anyway, oh, Gimmick Puppet, monster with string counters are destroyed, there are none. Sets a card, brings back the Dreary Doll, it's a 0 attack monster, he's gonna be able to punch me for 3000. At this point I really need a good top deck. And Shard of the Light Brigade is just what I need, being able to mill 2 cards that are pretty inconsequential, but also some more mills is going to be able to take control of it. It doesn't matter because I have enough material in grave to go for an Anku, clear the board and attack directly for game. So yeah. They could have saved the econ for until I summoned an Anku. It would have been better. I think they did not keep count of how many Infernoids. Well, they could not have known that the last card in my hand was Deviati, so with Insight, yeah, probably still was a mistake, actually, to use the econ so quickly. Okay, this one. Really love Infernoids, but sometimes the deck isn't forgiving. DLV-19, I forgot what it was. Why did I save this one? Like, seeing Kali, I think this could be anything. Some of these replays. Oh, I remember what it was. 30 cards, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Guess what it is? I get Raiden, can set one Void Fist and save the Raiden for next turn. Void Fist can send Void Fist, by the way, which is what I do in draw phase. Special summoning the Decatron, the Armadic, the Petulia. I always like going for these three over Decatron Science Mass. But look, they banished Deviati in order to summon a Petulia and attack. That's the mirror, everyone! And somehow they must have bricked pretty hard. Raiden, mill 3. I don't have any reason to go into further plays. I'm just going to keep my Decatron, which is a monster negate. And mill in end phase with the effect of Raiden, which starting to... like, my graveyard starting to get pretty filled. This is interesting. They get Void Vanishment, they set one card. I sure wonder what that set card could be. At this point, I'm going to Petulia, targeting to destroy it. I should have targeted the Void Vanishment. Doesn't matter, it's going to go away anyway. I just want to force it as quickly as possible. They're going to go for the same setup as I. I immediately link Shokan into Puzzler Mino. They did not send anything with the Decatron, which means it's basically useless. Able to bring back the Deviati. Make it level 1 with Puzzler Mino, able to bring back the Side Stamas, able to bring back the Kotsoka, and then I'm able to further extend. Like, there's no way they're beating this board ever. I think I had like another Side Stamas that I could have brought back. Really impressive board. Maybe it was the Petulia in hand, I forgot, but I was like, nothing could stop me. My graveyard was filled, and yeah. Okay, 3 replays left. This video is already 15 minutes long. Jesus. But I like talking about these replays and sharing stuff. I think it was DLV 19 as well. And yeah. This goes to the person that said that my replays meant nothing because I was not playing in High Legend or whatever. I think it's still interesting to see, to discuss what's good, what's not. I remember this game. Holy shit. I have a vivid memory of this game. It's a Yozenju's player. And the thing about their deck is it was built specifically to counter one unique deck. As you can see, they don't have any sets. They have Kama 1 and Isna in hand, along with two mystery cards and a Necro Valley, which would be a huge problem for my deck. Except for that, I drew both Decatron and Petulia, which I'm able to get rid of it. I'm immediately going to summon the Decatron, send Petulia to grave in order to get its effect, pop the Necro Valley. Void Vanishment is going to get me Void Feast already, even though I already have one. I think I was not playing Seer in this version. Probably added Seer afterwards. Fist is going to send Vanishment in order to get Decatron Sidestamas. This is already a quick play DD Crow. Speaking of which, they have DD Crow. They set 1, they go for Kama 1. Unfortunately, Decatron did send the Deviati, so I'm going to be able to negate it. And they reveal that the last card in this end is another DD Crow. Their end was double DD Crow, Tanky Necro Valley, some combination of that. They searched something with, or they got a draw with these now. Very stupid play, by the way. Breakthrough skill, my Infernoid Decatron, which allows me to keep summoning stuff. You idiot! It would not have been able to kill you, and now it can. Well, I guess I could have linked it off. It was done for anyway. So yeah, sometimes you're gonna face rogue decks. Yozenju is one of like the most played rogue decks of all time, and you gotta be able to deal with it. And also, rogue decks are going to be come prepared to face some of the stronger decks. Unfortunately, this one kind of bricked. Playing against someone called No Cheetah, so yeah, that was when I fell back to DLV 18. I had some miserable times. What was this one? I think it might have been Salamangreat. I don't want to speak out of turn. I have a pretty bad win record against Salamangreat only because I've been going second so much more often. Oh no, this one is really funny. Okay, Infernities, everyone. Sending Shuffle Reborn, shuffling back their card, drawing, setting one, passing. Wow, Infernity with some Marxists, surely they must have planned some really crazy link shenanigans. They surrendered. Yeah, this one doesn't count. Another thing that's really important to keep in mind is that you're going to play against a lot of jank decks. Sometimes they're going to pop off and make you think that they're good. They're not. This is a really funny replay, actually, to watch. And last one, I think I remember which one this is. It's against... You guessed it, Galaxy Eyes, once again. But this one went different because I'm going second. And like I just said, going second is not ideal for Infinities except against a deck that can really set up easily. Galaxia is at most like a couple of back row and a monster negate, but that's still enough to give you trouble. So, Cloud Dragon, you know they're good when I play Cloud Dragon, right? Anyway, they're going to go for the classic Galaxia's plays. Making Photon Lord. Like, if I went first, this would be an instant win. But I'm not going first, so I have to make do. Vanishment is going to send the Decatron to the graveyard, search a feast, and then something very fun is going to happen. Decatron banished to make way for Petulia. Petulia attack the Photon Lord. They're going to get a search now for downstream of destruction. And I run Petulia into Photon Lord, and then you Vanishment to banish both of them, send the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to the graveyard. In draw phase, I can activate Void Fist, sending the other Vanishment that I have in order to summon my guys from deck, and yeah, that's lights out for this deck. So yeah, that was a very fun use of Void Vanishment that I think came out a couple of times, and it's pretty good. In some rogue matchups, it can mean life or death against decks like, let's say, Wagecrafter sitting on Madame Ver, for instance, or something that is impervious, immune to destruction, disruption. It's going to be pretty good against Salamangreat, Sunlight Wolf, to this sort of stuff. So yeah, these do be the replays that I had. And this is the list that I got to DLV max, we've definitely played Voids. Yeah, this card is insane. If you open one Feast, it's basically free protection, and I really just like this card. There were no more like noteworthy games after these that I showed you. Like this guy, I went first and he lost immediately. This guy, I went first and he lost immediately. This guy did some fucky wucky combos that achieved completely nothing and conceded out of shame. This was Odd Eyes and they OTK'd me. This was Infinity, doesn't count, forgot what this one was. Salaman Great, you know. And this one was Dark Magician, and nobody needs to see that. So yeah, thank you for watching this 20 minutes rant about how cool Infernities are, and goodbye!